Sup, YouTube? Well, here I am again, about to talk about something that we are all too familiar with. Especially in reference or regards to those who are part of the YouTube universe and the things within it that affects some of us. Now, one thing before I get started, I want to clarify something in reference to one of my videos that started this whole my creating this channel. And that particular video is in reference to mocking the Hodge twins. Okay? Now, to start off, it was a video that I posted so that I'd have an understanding as to how YouTube worked, its algorithm, this, that, and the other. And of course, I knew the title alone would be placed in a certain category where it would get the attention of a familiar fan base. Okay? But initially, the video wasn't made for that purpose. It was made prior to me even thinking of creating a platform for myself. You know, it was just a video made with me and my girl, and obviously we follow the Hodge twins. We know of some of their characteristics, some of their demeanors and stuff, which makes them them. You know, we were just having fun one morning. Nothing really cynical or hideous or had any foul intent behind it. They're just two people having fun. Plain and simple. But upon posting the video, I understood that it would get criticism. What is the world without criticism? It get some backlash. It would get some compliments. Or just be something that people would gravitate towards and be like, hey. But understanding human behavior, you know what to expect regardless, especially when you put yourself out there. So it's nothing that is, how should I say, surprising. You know, nothing that jumps out at me as, you know, how should I say, making me to where my feelings are hurt because you made a comment that you felt was one of them I got you moments. Yeah, I'm going to stick it to you with my response and how I feel towards you making a video that we felt, you know, you were making fun of the Hodge twins and this, that, and everything else. Whatever. Whatever you feel to make you feel better, I'm glad I did you some justice. Because quite frankly, I don't give a fuck. With that being said, on to something that is of more importance to me, at least. Okay? So, we all know how the YouTube algorithm is set up, how it works for its channel as a standalone social platform all by itself. And they have points of reference in regards to certain things that is posted in regards to certain stories or content creators or whatever that the YouTube timeline consists of. Well, under one particular story specifically, it was pretty much positive story in the midst of all this negativity that we're surrounded with and entertain and acknowledge and partake in, uh, it had to do with a YouTuber who pretty much is famous in her own right. And she blessed a pizza delivery guy. And because of that blessing, he was able to take care of things financially that otherwise, concerning the type of job that he had delivering pizzas, it would have taken him some time to pay off in regards to debt goes. And I thought that was very humbling. You don't get too many stories of people not being selfish, but a person appreciating other people. And pretty much the comment that I left under that particular story was that I know what it's like to have not been in the greatest position in life. I was once that person who was arrogant, that sat on my high horse, that thought that my pedestal was above others to look down upon and judge and criticize and, you know, pretty much be arrogant and had no empathy and just be heartless, you know. But as life would have it, I got knocked off of that pedestal. I found myself homeless, found myself engaging in certain things that I shouldn't have. And due to that experience, that arrogance that I once had made me humble. And the attitude that I once portrayed, I don't have. I have a different outlook on things because of that experience. Obviously, I'm no longer homeless. Um, I'm doing better than I was, and I'm striving to continue to be better. But upon me saying that if ever I was to come into such fortune, I would help those who were in a predicament that they couldn't find themselves out of, as a way of me paying it forward. As, you know, saying thank you to those who helped me out of my struggles. Okay? And as you would have it, you'd have some fool to respond under my comment under the alias The Family Guy. So you know he's a character to begin with. And he said, well, his go-to response was, dude, you're a pervert. You have half-naked women under your subscribers, this, that, and everything else. And I said, huh. So you got these people who troll other people under the comment section to justify their responses with such stupidity, just so, I don't know, out of sheer boredom, I guess they figure, oh, you're the pick of the day to target, to start criticizing and, you know, to go after, or whatever makes their day go by, or whatever floats their boat, or whatever the case may be. And sometimes, and I brushed it off. I did, you know, because I'm one of the people that sometimes I myself entertain nonsense because I'm good at, you know, striking back, you know. Shit, it is nothing for me to, like, you jug at me, I'm going to jug back at you. The problem that I had was when I made the response now, his attack was towards me, calling me a pervert. And what it wasn't half-naked women. What it was women who are athletic, who work out in the gym. He saw that as a perversion. Okay? I'm painting a picture here. Now, I said I didn't know. I apologize for being a straight heterosexual male who had an interest in the opposite sex. A male having a likeness towards women. But then again, I said, oh, but I forgot what time we're living in, what day and age that we're living in, of what's accepted and what's not accepted. I said, excuse me, if you're rooting for the same side. Now, I could have took what he said to me as being offensive, but ironically, my statement towards him was taken by YouTube. So it was nothing for them to allow his comment to stand as is, but my response to his comment was stricken. I find that to be a bit hypocritical on YouTube's part. And I hope you guys are watching. I pray to God, because you guys don't really respond to people accordingly. Because you quick to hide behind the guidelines, say this guy. There was nothing that I said that was inappropriate. He called me a pervert. I said that he rooted for the same team. Scales are balanced. Let me tell you what's perverted. I'm going to tell you what's perverted. Perverted is when you got these people who alter themselves so they could target little kids. That's perverted. What's perverted is when you sexually assault little kids and your main focus is on little kids. That's perverted. Know the difference, my guy. Okay? Know the difference that a healthy likeness towards the opposite sex is not bad. Okay? I'm not ashamed for liking women. I'm involved with a woman. But I'm under attack because of what I like or where my interest lies. But you got people that are siding with pedophiles, excusing a sickness, justifying the sickness, giving them a pass, while in the same breath bashing people like me who like women. But I'm the perverted one. I'm the perverted one. People who wake up and expect you to address them in a certain way when you knew them for such a long time as this person as such, but then you get penalized if you slip up and mispronounce or take their gender out of context because of what they identify as. And here I thought black people were going through an identity crisis. The world can be twisted in any way, shape, or form as it feels or see fits to its own liking in its own way. But you cannot expect everybody to go along just to get along, just to make other people feel comfortable. Because the argument is that they're not their fault, as their standalone argument, that other people are uncomfortable. So I guess we can all agree that everybody's uncomfortable, right? But this may deem as me attacking certain people, but it's not. It's not. It's just saying that in the defense of somebody who is comfortable with their own sexuality, that they shouldn't be targeted or made to feel ashamed of what they like. Because ain't nobody telling other people what the fuck they cannot like. And that's why I talk about the hypocrisy. But when you have these conversations, people don't want to take the time out to listen, because it's all about what they feel at that time and what they see fit and how they deem themselves as being right and you being wrong. But the same arguments that they use against you, they find themselves being guilty of the same nonsense that they point the finger and accuse you as. But they know what they're doing. They're very full aware of the tactics, and people fall for that. But not me. I see through the nonsense. I see shit for what it's worth. But YouTube, you should be ashamed of yourself. You picking and choosing what to censor, allowing certain people to get away with certain things, and condemning other people for things that they're responding to. And that's how this world has been for some time. You give so much credibility to the agitators, to those that provoke, to those who don't de-escalate, to those who are agitators in their own right. But you ignore all of that. You ignore all of that. But as soon as someone stands their ground and respond, you guys, and it's not just YouTube, it's people in society as well. Whenever someone takes a stand for themselves in their own defense, they be the ones who get crucified because they spoke in response to something that was directed towards them. They didn't initiate it, they responded. But because they responded, they're at fault. People need to reevaluate certain things. I'm just saying. So my response to this fool coming at me with his opinion, and as soon as I threw my opinion right back at him, oh, I was wrong, according to YouTube. Y'all need to get y'all priorities in order. That's all I'm saying. And you can strike this or whatever you want to do to it. Like I said, I don't care. I don't. But I'm sure many other people have found themselves in the same predicament as me, if not under this particular, I don't know, social construct or in life in general. I'm sure they can relate. But anyway, that's enough of my ranting. Blah, 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 blah. All that chit-chat is going to get charged. Until next time. Until next video.